Hey guys, what's up? In this review, I would like to cover Sophism by Adventunnum. Now, when I first heard these guys, I thought, they're alright, they're nothing great, but as I listened to them more and more, I started to go, wow, there's something about this that's pretty good. These guys play complicated stuff, and they play relentless stuff, and it's nice to hear. No, I want to say that the packaging for this EP does not do it justice. This is all it comes with. It's got this, and then the lyrics on the back. And I want to say this is really underdone. I want to say, if I could have a choice, I would tell Vision of God Records these guys deserve a better product in terms of art and things like that. I mean, this is really cool if you look at it. It's very in your face, and that looks like a dude that is controlled by a demon who is basically eating alive a baby from the grave. I mean, that's visual art right there. It's very extreme. But I guess that's what you see in a lot of this extreme sort of music, is that they get such a downplay of underplay of what they are actually, their actual potential is. And in some regards, it's really sad to see. Now, as far as the categories are concerned, I'm measuring this based on rhythm. The rhythms are quite complex and they repeat. So that's a nice thing that they do, is they play the same thing over and over, and they tend to repeat the pattern over and over so that you know what's going on. Like I said, this is both a plus and a minus. It seems like sometimes they could have played it maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times, and then moved on to the next pattern. But overall, sounds great. So as far as a rating on the rhythm and measuring that up to the notes, I'm going to give them a strong 1.8 there. Now, as far as the notes are concerned, they do some scale work in this as well. So in that regard, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes if they're playing based on the notes or if they're playing based on the scales. And they kind of mix this in a little bit. There are some guitar solos in this, and there are some interesting things done with the guitar in terms of bending and that sort of thing. High notes that are bent and that sort of thing. And it's pleasing to the ear, I want to say, because it's a little different than what you normally hear. So as the notes or scales, I'm not really sure which one to view this on. I'm gonna give it another strong 1.7 out of 2. Now, as far as the rich and complex is concerned, measuring this up to the composition, like I keep saying, they could have shortened some of these songs, I think, a little bit, but in light of the composition, it sounds right. What I mean by that is, it sounds like, yeah, this is an appropriate amount of time to play these things over and over. Especially in light of the lyrics, what they're doing underneath with the lyrics. Yeah, again, I'm going to give them a strong 1.7 out of that as well. Now, as far as the composition is concerned, in terms of the listenability, this is another one that I think, this is really where it comes to a head, where should they have played the same thing over and over so many times, or should they not have? This is the pinnacle of that. And so in that regard, you have to say, well, they did a good job making sure that people know the rhythms that they're playing. But on the other hand, it's like, well, they could have shortened it a little bit as well. So in terms of that, it is good, fairly good in terms of composition, especially in light of reading the lyrics along with this music. So I'm going to give them a 1.5 on this. Now, as far as the listenability is concerned, in light of the rhythm, this is another category that they get pretty well overall. Now, one of the reasons that this is so listenable is because they repeat the same pattern of notes going over and over for the rhythm, and this makes it more listenable, I would say. So this is another category that I'm going to give it a strong 1.8 out of 2. So overall, that's going to average out to a 8.5. Pretty strong rating for me. Thanks for watching. Until next time.